All right. As I'm walking across this street, I look over and I see there's two girls talking. And I see this girl, she had really pretty eyes. I'm the type of person to acknowledge, hey, you have pretty eyes. Hey, have a good day. I hope you have the best, a good night, and just to really say, hey, I acknowledge you, right? And I said, hey, hi, can I ask you something? It was something like that. And she just kept walking. And I said, hey, girl in the blue. I even said, what color jacket? And she knew I was saying hi. She knew it. And I was like, man, I wasn't trying to get in her pants, nothing like that. I was really just trying to acknowledge, hey, one soul to another. And then I was like, man, how bad is your life when you don't even acknowledge another soul? This person is the type of person to walk by a burning person on the ground and not acknowledge it, just keep going. Have we come that far back in life in our purpose that we just keep our head in the sand and the world doesn't exist? You know what I mean? Yeah, that was honestly, I feel bad for her. At first I was like, hey, that's a pretty crappy person. But I feel bad for the person. I really feel bad that, it's one of two things. It's either I don't want to acknowledge the world around me, or I'm better than the world around me. See, anybody who's truly spiritual will know that we all exist in this world. We are all one. We are literally all of the same create from the same creator. We all come from the same. And I'm not a person. I'm not trying to get into anybody's pants. I'm not. For me saying, hey, you have nice eyes, acknowledge, hey, I see you. But to not acknowledge and just keep walking, that just goes to show me that there are people in this world that really do think that they're better than someone, or that the world around them doesn't exist. And I want you all to know that if a soul acknowledges you, you should always acknowledge that soul. There's a difference if you know that person's out to hurt you. But if it's everybody you do that to, then you might want to take a look at yourself. I wanted to say, oh, that's a crappy person. At first I wanted to, but no, I feel bad for her. I feel bad for her that she thinks that she's better, or that the world, I had never came across that ever in my life. Someone just not acknowledging and just keep going. Whoa, have we come that far back or that disillusioned that we can keep our head in the sand and that everything around us? Do people really think that they're better than other people nowadays still? Is that something that we still think, even with what's going on in this world, that someone's better than the next? See, I'm the type of person to walk by and give somebody $2-3, or give them a drink out of my satchel because they're thirsty. I'm that type of person. I can't expect everybody to be that way, but what I can expect in this world is for one soul to acknowledge another. That's what we're here on earth to do, is to acknowledge, to understand that we're all part. But see, then that just also shows that someone still needs to evolve in this world and in this universe. I don't know. I don't know how to take that, really. I've never seen someone, it's almost like egregious. It's like, whoa, is that really your journey in life, is to not acknowledge another? Have you been that hurt or insecure to not acknowledge? You feel like your world's going to crumble if you acknowledge another soul? Has it really gotten that bad? Have we really gone that far down the spectrum? And this isn't for everybody. I'm asking people to think about that. Would you, if standing at the stop sign, someone says, hey, and they're standing 2 feet away, would you acknowledge them, or would you just act like you're deaf and keep walking? Yeah. I don't care if I looked like an idiot or something. I was more dumbfounded, like, whoa, really? Whoa, was that supposed to hurt me, or was that supposed to do something, send a signal, or like, no, I feel bad. I don't want you guys to ever get that far down the spectrum and lose who you are. Because I'm telling you, there are people literally in this world that will walk by and not acknowledge another person. Sad, isn't it? It's really sad. Think about how lonely, even standing next to a friend, how lonely a person is to not acknowledge another soul. You know, and I don't want to say, but I think she even got a kick out of it. Which, that's pretty sick and twisted, right? But you know, I just want you guys to know, if another soul acknowledges you, you should acknowledge it back, because there's a reason for them to do that. Now, for a soul not to acknowledge another means that they're either better than, and they're afraid of the world around them, either or. You know, all I know is that I stepped with kindness. I stepped with honest kindness. Like, hey, I just noticed you have pretty eyes. Hey, have a good rest of your day, you know? Just like, hey, I acknowledge you. Don't ever do that to a person, guys. Don't ever lose who you are, because that person obviously is pretty hurt on the inside, even though they try to make it seem like they're better than. They are hurting the most. And know that. So don't if somebody does that to you, take it from me. Don't take it personal. As they got issues in their life to where they have gotten to the point to where they think they're either better than, or that the whole entire world's going to hurt them. It's either one. You know what I mean? And, you know, that's why this shows like a lot. Like, I can't expect other people in this world to be as evolved as me. I can't expect that. But what I can expect is that I will acknowledge, good, bad, and difference, another soul. You know what I mean? If people believe that this world is just theirs and theirs only, it's only theirs, then they are not worth evolving to the 5D. The fifth dimension, honestly, is unity. It's pure love and light. And I don't throw judgment on people. I don't throw judgment on people after just meeting them. But I have to say that if this person was on fire in a burning building, I would run in and grab them. I would run in, risking my own life, even knowing that they didn't acknowledge me before. I would still run into a building and grab them. But could I expect them to do the same for me? No. And I'm okay with that, because I'll learn how to get out of that building, knowing that they're outside, probably taking pictures. You know what I mean? With the camera, phone, just, hi. Oh, you're acknowledging me now? You know what I mean? You know, at first it was kind of like, yeah, you know what? I really believed that it was meant to hurt me. Like, it could be one of those ops, you know, you see, ooh, whoa, see? It could be one of those ops, right? That were sent in there to, like, see how I deal with it and stuff. At first, I was like, you know, that was pretty rude. And then I started thinking, it's pretty sad. That's a pretty crappy person. Like, was that meant to hurt me? No, it ain't gonna hurt me. It's probably meant to. But it didn't hurt me. It made me feel even sorrier for that person. See, like, that person's obviously a hurting soul. If literally, they're not deaf, they're not dumb, and they ain't blind. Just choose to not acknowledge. That's a sad way. That's a sad existence of a life. That's the type of person to have $1 million in their pocket, but no friends. No real friends. You know what I mean? Probably just a bunch of buddies they hand $50 bills to come to the movies with them. You know what I mean? Yeah, so please, guys, if that ever happens to you in your life, don't take it personal. That's just the universe's way of reminding you that there are crappy people still in this world, and that they do think they're better than you, right? You'll know. So don't take it personal, guys. Don't. Keep going. Keep being happy. Keep being you. Just know that, hey, they got issues, and you know what? They're not meant to be on the path with you. You're going in, you're becoming a success, right? You're becoming a true star. You're becoming your potential that you've always had. You're really starting to live up to that. And they don't belong with you. They don't belong, even if they're not acknowledged, they can't acknowledge you. That means they're not meant to go in your trajectory. If they're out there to really purposely try to hurt another soul, that's some deep, deep stuff they need to take care of. And in some twisted way, they probably really do think they're better than you, right? Like their world is only theirs, you know, and that everybody around them doesn't matter. So just be kind to other people. Be the way you want others to treat you. You know, like today, and I want to speak on this real quick, guys. The world has become so programmed, right, that people slip up and they don't realize what they're saying, right? I was at the store paying a bill today, and I was signing the receipt, right? And he goes, "Here, I need you to sign your soul away." And I was like, "Take that back. I'm serious, take it back." And then finally he corrected himself, and he felt hurt. I was like, no disrespect, dude. I just take that very seriously. You know, he doesn't understand himself how natural it was for him to say that. You know what I mean? And you need to watch that, people. You know what I mean? It's a way to stand up for your soul. It's a way to stand up for yourself by acknowledging that. Listen what people are putting towards you. You know, people have really become so desensitized, just like that woman, right? I'm talking about, she's become so desensitized, or so sensitive, which I doubt, but so desensitized that her world is the only thing that exists. Nothing else and no one else. But see, that person will always be trapped on the 3D, wanting to strive for the 5. You know what I mean? But as for this gentleman, he didn't know it, and he felt bad. You know, we had a little, like, you know, banter going back and forth, and he felt comfortable, like it was an everyday thing for him to say that. You know, but really watch that, guys. But because what you do goes out into the universe. You know what I mean? The universe will recognize that at times, you know what I mean? And you don't want to take that chance, right? So just really keep your eyes and your ears open and protect yourself. And again, like, this person, like this girl, I'm going to end with this because it's important to forgive. You know what I mean? It's important to forgive, because if we hold grudges or keep a hold of that, like, I really feel like right here, like it was meant to be like a slap to my face, like, whoa. See, that's the type of stuff I deal with today. See, like, I'm a good person, and you know what? There are really people that hate on people like us. They really will, like, just some random person. And you know what? This person has probably been following me and stalking me and watching me for a long time. We'll have that happen, because I really feel like I just got slapped in the face. She really tried to slap me in the face in the spirit. Ugly, huh? That's some ugliness, guys. I kid you not. No, I don't know, like I really feel like that's ugliness, guys. There are ugly people out there that do that stuff. And I kid you not, I roll in the spirit realm. I roll in the spirit realm. And that just showed the person who they are. You know what? That happened to me really shows. And down the road, like, that's the way the universe will be, guys. That type of person will need you in one way or another. They will need you. And and that's just the way we are. And we'll still do it. We'll help. And we'll remind them what happened, right? But they will need us, because that type of stuff, that holds weight in the ethers. That holds weight in the ethers. You know, and just know that the world is still full of ugly people who pretend to be pretty on the top. I guess that's what I'm supposed to learn. She looked pretty on the outside, but she has an ugly soul on the inside. I guess that's what I was supposed to learn. So see, you guys learned something with me. See? We're ever evolving. And whatever that soul, like really think about this. Step back, guys. Think about how lonely really a person, how lonely and brittle of a ego someone would have to do that. Get what I'm saying? Like, to not acknowledge another soul and to sit there and really watch your back, guys. They're everywhere. The opps are everywhere. See, and these people, I'm telling you, and they're out there, guys. They're out there. They literally have watched you from afar, and they've built up some kind of story about you. But when you go to acknowledge them, what do? They show who they are, how ugly they truly are on the inside. Because they don't like your light, because they can't live up to your light. They can't even come into your shoes for a hot second. Like, I forgive. You know, she slapped me in this, whatever. I don't need her. I don't need her. All these people who follow you around and have some weird fixation on you, they need you. Because they have the biggest itch they can't scratch. They can't. And I'm telling you, if you feel something like that, you know, and somebody's cool, yeah, people really are that ugly, they will try to do that. Like, just out of nowhere. You've never met these people, but yet they know you, and they still want to go on and do things. Sick, twisted people, y'all. Sick and twisted. I'm so glad I got up here and talked to you guys about this, because you guys who know, you guys see in the Spirit, you who feel in the Spirit, those who really walk with God and do God's work, you know those ugly souls. That's really what it is. It's just ugliness. Really ugly, tainted ugliness. And that's all it is. And you know what? I'm going to go on with my life, my happiness, and be who I am. And I want you guys to do the same. Don't be stopped by some ugly person trying to project and do all sorts of whacked things. Don't. They don't deserve you. If they had you, they wouldn't even know how to deal with you. And that's the truth. They wouldn't even know how to deal with you. They're literally so lost, thinking that they're on their singular path, right? They're on their path, and they're the only one that counts. And yet they yearn for the 5D. They yearn for that evolution, but they won't get the simple fact. In order to do that, you have to feel energetically and know that we are all united. We are all part of the same energetic field. They don't get it. They don't get it. They can't vibe as high, so they say dense and low because it's comfortable, right? It's kind of like if you lay on the ground long enough, you just be comfortable and you lay there forever. When you get up, that means you have to expend energy and you have to get lighter. You become lighter. You start standing on your feet like this, and you're like, and then you got to get going, right? Dense people just want to lay there, sit there, do nothing, and expend whatever little energy they have on trying to inflict harm or slander. Because, like, they can't come out. It's almost like this, guys. All right. You know why they slander? They lie so much? It's because they can easily sit down and do it. You get what I'm saying? It expends no energy besides sitting there and saying it out to the world. For real. Spends no energy at all. Think about that. How lazy that is. How lazy it is to sit there and just speak ill about people. It's lazy. You expend no energy. But I learned a new thing today, guys. That still today, there are very ugly souls still out there. People that you've never done harm to. And you would save their life if it was on the line. You get what I'm saying? Like that person, that girl, I would run into a burning building. The car was on fire. If it was on the railroad tracks and couldn't get out, I'd run and rip the door open, pull her out. I'd still do that today, even knowing that what she just did. I would do it because that's the kind of person I am. I forgive her because she literally does not know what she does. Her friend, I'm pretty sure her friend had an issue about it too. She looked at her some kind of weird. Yeah, I learned a new thing, or relearned, that there are still people out there that you've never met, that you've been kind to, will literally not acknowledge you. She probably thought I was homeless. Look at me, guys. Look at me. Probably thought I was homeless. When I got my own apartment, I got computers, I have everything a person needs in life. I have all the bells and whistles. God has blessed me with that. He has blessed me in abundance. He has blessed me beyond compare because I'm a good person. But see, people look at you and judge you. Like my teeth and all that. They judge me. But if you came into my home, oh, whoa, yeah. And what I do in my life, and that I have a college degree, I have all these things that a person can accomplish in life, I have. No, but they want to judge you. See, that's how insecurities and ugliness, they don't want to even acknowledge a homeless person. That's sad, guys. We're all of the same, from the same creator. We're all literally the same. But when you start realizing you are, and we all for the same purpose, when you realize that, you evolve. When you feel it energetically, you evolve. And some people don't like that. You know, some of the people, some of the greatest workers for God, you know who they are? And people don't know it, are homeless people. Homeless people. Look at Jesus, homeless. His disciples, homeless. Traveling throughout the world, helping people. Relying on the aid of others, as Jesus' disciples did when he sent them out to do their mission work. People don't realize that, man. Homeless people, they work for God. About 90% of them do. Because if you treat a homeless person like crap, God sees that. He sees it, how you treat them. Don't think that, just know, that's what I'm saying. You don't know if you're in the presence of an angel. So you always treat people with respect. You don't know. You don't know if you're in the presence of a full-blown angel. Call it earth angels, angel, whatever you want to call it. You don't know, guys. So treat everybody with kindness and respect and help where you can. That is utmost important in this day and age. That person's energetic towards me was like a slap in the face. But she slapped an earth angel. She slapped a chosen one. She don't know it because she wasn't willing to look inside of who I was. She wasn't. She just saw exterior, and that's what she was willing to go with. Exterior. Oh, I'm not going to talk. When I was just literally 2 feet away from her, just trying to say, hey, you got nice eyes, Hey, they're beautiful. People tell me that all the time, that I have beautiful eyes. You know what I mean? I have a nice bag, my satchel and my staff that I carry around, stuff like that. All day long, they'll make compliments. That's what we do to help bring a smile to somebody's face. But see, God saw that. God saw how she treated me. And now I'm here vocalizing to you all to treat others with more respect. If a soul calls to you in acknowledgement, acknowledge back. Don't turn a blind eye. That could be a person that changes the rest of your life. Like what if on the inside, like just for instance, what on the inside, she's so insecure, she's almost like just broken down on the inside, she's feeling alone, and she's on the verge of committing suicide or something, right? Nobody acknowledges her, so she's not going to acknowledge anybody else, right? She's built up that storyline in her head, and she's going to go home and do herself in. I'm not saying this is her. I'm saying there are people like that, and you know it. Ready to go home and do herself in with her friend in the next room, right? To prove a point. There are people like that. That does happen. And by somebody, random person saying, you know what, you have some nice eyes. You know, they're very pretty. And you have a good day. I hope you have a blessed rest of your day. You know, just one acknowledging another. That would change their life. That would be like, hey, you know what? I am pretty. I am appreciated. I am good. Somebody's actually acknowledged me. But since she shut down in her whole inner dialogue to the world around her, that she's going to go and do that. You being nice to someone could save that person's life, even if they don't want that acknowledgement. You can help change and shape a life just by being the chosen one you are, being the nice person you are, being the light in the darkness, being the example, being the change in the world you want to see. So don't let something like that stop you from what you're put on this earth to do. If that was Satan's whacked way of saying, hey, you know, trying to get at me and make me feel some kind of insecure, no, it doesn't. It makes me feel even worse for that person. It makes me feel bad for her that she won't even acknowledge me because of the way I look. You know how many millionaires sit on a street corner waiting for someone to show them kindness, that the world, there are still people that don't want him for money, that pretend to be homeless. They literally pretend to be homeless to see how the world will treat them. You know, a social, what do they call that? A social experiment. They do that stuff, man. You know what I mean? People don't realize, people don't understand how God works in different ways. They don't understand who he works through. You get what I'm saying? It's like she doesn't know me, but she only knows this. It's all she sees. You know, like a ostrich, you know, keeps their head in the sand. You know what I mean? When there's danger around, they just put their head in the sand. You know, so they don't see the world around them. They think nobody, if they can't see somebody, they can't see, if they can't see anybody, they can't see them. And that's a sad way to live, guys. Let my example of what happened to me today resonate in your mind. Please, because don't treat other people like that just because of the way they look. You don't know who they are. You don't. You don't know who God has anointed. You don't know who God has chosen. Us chosens, we know chosen. We know. And sometimes, I have to say, sometimes people who know you are, that watch you from afar, get jealous and they want to treat you that way, come in out of nowhere, get close to you, and then there are people like that, guys. And they might be trying to do that, so don't take it personal. You know, it's kind of like the person who does the crime will show up to the scene of the crime to see what's going on, to watch it. There are people who do that, and then what they'll do is they'll be like, when I did, hey, she wanted to be quiet to see if she can get under my skin. No, I feel bad for that person. I really do. I feel so bad for them that they choose to do that. Like, you can't just come up to me and like talk to me and say you have issues with me. But that's the level of people. See, that as long as they're not seen, you guys know this, as long as they're not seen, that they're getting away with it in some level. No, we know energy. We see it. You can't hide. And if that was meant to be a jab, guys, if you have that, just wave it off and keep being happy. Just step in and be like, okay, I know you're a crappy person, you know, I feel bad for you, I'm sorry, just go on with your life, just go. I was going to give you a compliment, I was going to be nice to you. See, and that's another thing people don't realize, this is the last thing too, guys, that, see, when you come in with kindness, pure affection, like real out of the kindness, the love, whenever you come at somebody, if it be your enemy, or whatever, your opposition, you come at them with love, all their spells won't work. It won't, because you come out of nothing but love. Hate cannot defeat love. It's impossible. It can't. The love negates it. So whatever spell work they're sending, whatever they're trying to do to you, it won't work. But you came at the situation with love, kindness. You don't fight back with anger, with spite, with vengeance. You don't. You just say, you know what? Whatever I've done to you, I'm sorry. Can I say a prayer for you? You know, stuff like that, like, I'm sorry you feel this way. And, you know, God bless you in your path. I forgive you. You know, like that. Just really like, God, I pray for those who've come against me. May you put a hedge of protection around me and send back whatever they've sent to me. Send it back with love and kindness and compassion. And may they find whatever they're trying to get somewhere else. Just send it back with kindness and love and remorse. You know what I'm saying? Just like, don't fight back out of anger. Just don't do it. Don't fight fire with fire. Just don't. Be that living water. Live out of that. Come back with the words of God, or just like with kindness. You'll find out that whatever they were trying to throw at you was a manifestation of what ugliness is going on the inside. Whatever wounds that they can't heal or don't want to heal, they want to lash out because they're jealous of the light and the love that you walk in. A lot of it's out of jealousy. They're jealous of something that you're able to do that they've spent a long time unable to do, because they're not willing to change and evolve. They'll always be stuck in the 3D. They'll always be stuck in this third dimension, dense reality, while you have evolved and broke through the barrier of the fourth and you're in the fifth. You get what I'm saying? Like that is literally sent at you to try to lower you down, trying to grab at you and drag you down with them. Don't fall for it. Just know it comes out of anger. It comes out of jealousy, hate, monetary, whatever money they get paid to do it, or just whatever sick, twisted, juvenile emotion it comes from. Because it really is, like when you become an adult, you learn how to live with emotions. When you become balanced, you learn how to live with emotions, how to take something, alchemize it, and see if it's worth applying, and then just give it back. Just like that. Like what she did to me is like, okay, I looked at it, I got what I need to know, and now I'm giving it back to you. Here you go. This is yours. This is yours. I looked at it, didn't like it. Nope, wasn't applicable. Oh, there's jealousy, there's hate, insecurities, awkwardness, vengeance, voyeurism, whatever aspects. Nope, that's not it. Okay, here, this is your pile of stuff. Have it back. Look at it like that, guys. Use your alchemy. Use your true alchemy. Use your discernment. Use your okay, I don't know you, so what was your reasoning behind that? Homelessness, I'm either homeless, or you don't like men, all of these things, or you're just hurting on the inside and you're crying out for help. That could be it too. You know what I mean? So there's a lot I learned from that. Even that one little incident, I learned from it, because something I haven't seen. People actually doing that. I have never seen someone actually do that, and it happened to me. I learned what I could from it. I looked at it. It's not hurting me. I need to learn something from it. I did. I learned from it. Okay, here you go, girl in the blue jacket. Here you go. Here's your stuff. And I send it back with love. I send it gift wrapped back to you. There you go. You have a blessed life. I hope your path is straight and narrow. And I'm going to go on my way, have my Starbucks. I'm going to do some of my painting and my art. And I'll be over here being me, and she can be over there doing her. And my path is lit, as is yours. It's lit. It hasn't changed. It was meant to drag you down, whatever the spirit realm was trying to get at you about. Well, here you go. Just walk in your greatness. Walk in who you are. Walk with Jesus. Keep your eyes focused. Don't let it drag you down. You know better. Stand in your power. State who you are. Don't let something like that. You have your ego, your pride. That should not even be a whatever that was trying to hit you at. It was just another test. You passed. Because you know what? Your ego and your pride, you've been in places and you've done things and you've seen people and you've seen things that you had to sacrifice your ego and your pride. So how is that going to come in and hurt your ego and your pride? How is that? Think of that. No. The opposition really thinks that they can come at you in ways. See, they're really in the background trying to figure things out. But they don't realize that when you're chosen, you have seen the worst of worst. You have been through the worst of worst. You know what I mean? You have literally slayed Goliath. You have been David. You have done that. So whatever childish sandbox things they send your way, it will not touch you. It will not even come in your sphere. If it grazes you, brush it off. I'm good. And keep going. Be you. Don't allow that outside world stuff to affect who you are. You're better than that. You really are. And that's not ego. You are better than that because you treat people better than that. And that's a true fact. You treat people, you can say that, I am better than that. That's not ego, no, I am better than that because I do better than that. I have proven I treat people better than that, hence I am better than that. Don't let anybody try to hit you with that ego thing either. You're just full of it. You're just full of yourself, huh? Like, no, I literally treat people better than that. So yes, I am better than that. Stand in your power like that. Represent. Let them be known. If somebody ever does that happens to you and you're talking, like, you just think you're better than them. Be like, yeah, I am better than them because I have done better than that. Let it be known. Don't be afraid to stand in your power. Don't be afraid to step up. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid to let them know. You know all those kid things. You are a grandfather compared to them. Put it that way. In your soul's evolution, you're a grandparent compared to them. And they don't realize it. They don't realize that you might be younger than them, but you're their elder. They don't realize that. You ever had that growing up where they say, respect your elders? You ever had your parents say that, or your friend's mom or whatever, respect your elders? And you ever ask, why? What's elder? Like, they're older than you. People who are older than you. And now it's kind of like, you are their elder. Your soul is their elder. And they don't want to acknowledge it. You get what I'm saying? On the outside, they look older than you, and chronologically, but your soul along the way has evolved further, faster, and stronger than theirs. Your soul you are an elder to them. And they don't like it, and they can't figure it out. How you've evolved. Because you don't let stuff like what I described to you get at you. You look at it, figure it out, try to apply it. You really do look at it. You don't just throw it down. You look at it. What do I need to learn from this? What was sent my way? Why? And how do I feel about it? And where was the messenger? Who sent this to me? Look at them. Nope. All right. Nope. I learned what I need to do. Here you go. Sent back to you with love. Care package. There you go. Nice little bow for you. This is yours. That's how you're their elder. You're able to do that easily, effectively, and quickly. So quick it makes their head spin that they don't figure out why they didn't take you down with that. Why you're not hurt. Why you're not yelling, getting angry. And like, no, it's not me. No, it's not mine. No, that's not me. I treated that with kindness. I came at them in a loving way. Wasn't trying to get in their pants. I wasn't anything. I was acknowledging their soul, and they came at me sideways. That's their stuff. That's not me. That's how you have your discernment. You have discernment. You have that ability to quickly alchemize it. Shake it up. Here you go. It's almost like a Rubik's Cube. Okay, I'm done. And they're horrified, they're mortified, they're freaking, they're just like hysterical over it. Like, why not? This has happened 100 times before. This is sure to happen. Oh my gosh. We just spent $100,000 on that one thing to happen, and it didn't work. And what they don't realize is the money that was spent on that to happen to you was your money to begin with. That money was yours to begin with. This is for somebody out there. I'm channeling this. Whatever people they sent your way, the reason why it wouldn't work to begin with, guys, is because it was your money. It was meant for you. You can't hurt yourself with your own money. They don't think like that, see? They don't think like that. They thought, oh, it's going to be funny to hurt him with his own money. See, that's how they claim to be the spiritualists. They claim to be so evolved, but they're not. Because they didn't think in simple, it's rules, it's freaking universal laws. They don't think in that. They think in the 3D. They think in small increments. And I know they might be listening to this and understanding, oh crap. But it's over with now, guys. You've invested that energy via their money. It's not going to work. You can go out and get other money from other people and try to know, and it won't. It won't work because you've already sent that intention out there. There's no way to wipe it off, erase it, and start over with new money. No. It's like double jeopardy. You can't. They don't think like this. That's why you're their elder. You get it? That's why you could be 16 years old and be a 50-year-old's elder. Yes, your soul is evolved. You are their elder. And they can't understand because they're a new soul. They've literally have spent so many years dwarfing their evolution because they kept on attacking chosen ones, real children of God. They have really spent so long and they dwarfed. It's like they get this bit and then they do something really bad and it's just. I'm kind of wore out right now because I just channeled a lot. But I just want to say, hey guys, you've made it this far. I appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe, you know what's up. And notify, please. And know, guys, what people try to tell you verbally, this is important. I want to get back to like that simple, like signing a receipt. Just, even if it won't happen, don't let the universe think that that's something that you're open to. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, really what I tried doing was telling this guy to watch what he says. To take that back. I taught that kid something. I really taught him something. It wasn't out of spite or anger. I just really had to check him. Hey, take that back. Then he realized what he said. You know what I'm saying? He realized then what he said. So I in a way taught him something, and I was willing to. But watch what people try, what words they try sending at you, what they try programming into you, what you're feeding your ears with, and especially what you sign. All right, guys, take care. Love, light, happiness. Bye.